So it is 2 p.m. Can I just start with my name? I'm Harry Singer, by the way, for those of you that don't know me. And the thing that I want to communicate straight away is I am an individual who invested into FirstCoin, and I, like you guys, saw all the madness that was going on and therefore saw that there was no communication going on. And I'm still that person. I do not want to present myself as an owner or part of that team in any sense. I just want you to understand a little bit. I'm going to spend 2 minutes telling you why I'm here. I'm here because, like you, got frustrated with what's happening and I had some questions. What's happening with my first coins? What can I do with them? What are the options? Somebody tell me what the facts are. Right? So I attended the first meeting with Mohammed in London when we got the announcement that he had become the owner. I went in there. I didn't get all my questions answered, but one thing I did hear was this. I heard Mohammed talk about an individual who had invested his money and therefore he has no access to it and therefore he can't pay for his daughter's wedding, and he was at the point where he was ready to jump off a cliff. Now, not all of us are in that situation, but we all know some people that are. But hearing the new owners say that this is his why, this is what he was committed to, I said, hey, listen, I want to support you with that. However, I ask you a couple of things. I'm a communications expert. All I want you to do is I want you to make sure things are clear, things are transparent, and things are consistent. So what does that mean? Clear, so that whatever you're communicating, all of us understand, right? And if that's what you want, please type yes, please, right? If you want clarity, that whatever gets communicated from the new team, that it's clear, meaning that we all understand it. We don't assume that everybody understands everything, right? So I asked him, can we get clarity? The second thing is I wanted consistency. I wanted to know when the messages were coming, and not just like loads of information. I wanted to know what was coming and when it was coming. If you want consistency, type consistency. The other thing I wanted was transparency. I wanted to know the difference between what was actually happening and what may be happening. I wanted to know the facts and the things that are yet to be confirmed, right? So I see that you guys are all asking for the same thing. Now, how did I get involved? I basically said to Mohammed, look, this is what I want to see. And he said to me, Harry, look, we know who you are. You're a professional speaker. You help people with communication. Would you help us? So my message to you is I'm here. I'm going to host the webinars for the next month or so with one clear aspect. Anything that is now going to be communicated to members, I want it to go through the Harry Singer filter. I want to make sure it's clear. I want to make sure it's consistent and it's transparent. So I have with me today, this webinar is going to be for 60 minutes. All webinars will be 60 minutes. Even though you invested money, the most valuable thing we have is our time, right? So if you're investing 60 minutes of our time, we'll respect that, right? So in this webinar today, I'm going to hand you over in a second to Mohammed, and he's going to really connect with you guys and tell you his why. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go through the points in the newsletter that was sent to you recently. And I will read out what was sent and then I'll unpack it a little bit more so we get super clarity. And then right to the end, we'll have about 30 minutes left and we'll take some questions and answers. Please, when you're posting your questions, be as specific as you can rather than just sharing a point. But trust me, all those questions will be collated. We have another individual here in the room as well. Cam, many of you will know, but I'll let Mohammed introduce who that person is. He'll be capturing your questions, right? So even if we don't get all the questions answered today, rest assured that someone is collecting them, right? So without further ado, I just want to remind you again, it's a 60-minute webinar. Today we're going to unpack the points that were in the newsletter that was just sent, but we're going to start with Mohammed, the new owner. He's going to come in and he's going to share real quickly exactly who he is, why he's here, and then I'll go and start unpacking some of the points. So please, everybody, welcome Mohammed. If you come in here, whatever you want, drum roll or whatever, but everybody, this is the guy who's now committed to helping all of us that invested to have some form of solution. My job is to help you understand what he's going to be bringing. So please come forward.
Hello, good afternoon, good morning, good evening. This is Mohammed. I'd like to congratulate everyone to join today, and I really appreciated all the members who joining in the webinar from all over the world. I can see quite a lot of members are already here. So most of you know me. I was a networker like every one of you in the webinar today. Let me give you some scenario why I took over the FirstCoin project. When the last management took over, the suspended management, everything was, we was hoping they will bring something positive, something good. For every FirstCoin member, there should be a hope for them. So in beginning of May, I had a meeting with one of their member or top of the management, Mr. Ghaffari. So after the meeting, I just realized what they are trying to do, it will not help any FirstCoin member at all, because the project they are trying to bring in, it doesn't make me happy. I don't see any future on it. So I decided I have to do something for the community, because there is a lot of people keep contacting us about their investment. They lost their all savings. Somebody lost their children's wedding savings. Lot of people. Somebody was telling us if he lost his money, he have to jump from the bridge. He have to die. Somebody in Sweden. So everything was depressing for me. So I decided I have to do something. I contact George and put my concern about the project. And that time George was quite desperate to talk to somebody, because he lost the contact with the management who took over. The management who took over, after they took over, they changed their passwords. They changed their, totally blocked George. And George was keep trying to communicate with them by many ways. He was sending email to them. He was calling them. He was texting them. Then none of them replied to him. Even they sent their solicitor notice to George as well. In 7th of June, finally, George suspended them. They sent a letter, suspension letter to everyone, and they request hand over the access code to George. When I took over, I meet to George. I show my plan, what I'm trying to do, how the FirstCoin member can recover their money, what is the project future, and how I can help the people. Then George decided to hand over to me. So I took over the company as a full ownership. This was my first condition with George. I will take over the company. I will take over and I'll run the project. If you hand over the total ownership to me, I will not run as a management. So George was agreed. He handed over the total FirstCoin project to me. Now, when I took over what George handed over it to me, George handed over the database until 13th of February. So you know now why I took over. Yeah. So my only intention is to help the community, help the member who invested their hard-earning money. Now I will hand over to Hari Singh again to carry on the webinar. And if I need to come back again, if Hari call me, I am with him all the way. Thank you very much for listening me.
There you go. Thank you, Mohammed. As you noticed there, Mohammed is always keen to share everything he knows, right? And one of the things that I promised to not just offer Mohammed, is to offer all of us as members, is that to be able to unpack all the stuff that he knows, right? So what I want to do is, the other thing that I heard from Mohammed when I went to that meeting a couple of weeks ago in London was Mohammed already was very honest with regards to language and communication and English as not necessarily first language. And I want to remind and reiterate something he said on that meeting. You don't have to speak perfect English to be the guy that takes this coin and makes it successful, right? And I agree. I know many people that English is not their first language and they're very successful business women, men and women. But I just want you to get clear, we do also need to have clearer communication. That's why I'm here, right? So here's what we want to do. We want to go straight into the points. Right now, we want to go and put onto the slide the exact messages that were sent out in the newsletter. And I'm going to go through them one at a time. So if we can, I'm going to do a screen share and we're on here. Here we go. Not that one. Bear with me, guys. I want to make sure that we go to a screen because it's not about you guys just seeing my face or Mohammed's, right? So let's get this on here. Right. So just for this first webinar, because I've arrived here today and I want to make sure that we want to make sure that we give you exactly what it is. My mission here is to unpack some of the things that Mohammed has sent me. Right? So here's what will happen. I understand there's a slight delay. Guys can see it? Okay. All I want to do is, once again, just on the chat box, are you guys seeing this? Okay, let's come out of it because I think what we need to do, right, is here we go. Right. So guys, here's what I'm going to do. I need to just switch off the video real quick and then go straight back into the screen share. Right? They're already in the slides. Don't worry. Okay, guys, so don't worry about seeing the full screen. What you can now just let me know what you guys can see, because I just need clarity from you guys whether you can see the screen. So please type into the box, into the chat box. Can you see the presentation slide? We just see the FirstCoin logo. Okay, so let's do this. Turn screen share off. Okay. All right, guys, if that's all you can see, I'm just going to carry on with it, right? I will just go through what's on the slide for you. So here we go. Let's just do this straight away, right? I want to share with you the email, the message that you got from Mohammed, where it was the points around moving forward. There were like 6 points. The purpose of this webinar was to expand on those a little bit more because I understand from the team that there were quite a few questions on it. So let's take the first one straight away, right? Where you were sent something where you, number one, you may also be aware I do not have full control of the project. Yet as suspended management is not willing to hand over the control of some aspects, to address this, I have rebranded the coin and allocate it to all FirstCoin members. So what does that mean? Rather than me just reading it out, I want to give you what my understanding has been from Mohammed. So I'm going to share what my understanding is, and then I'll bring Mohammed in to share anything else. So number one, my first question to Mohammed was, what do you actually have control of? Right? And he has control of the 78 million coins that are in. Can you guys still hear me? So the thing is this, what does he actually have control of is the database. And once again, the database meaning who he can communicate with. That's what he has control of. The second thing he has control of is what he calls the 78 million FirstCoins that are in cold wallet. What does that mean? These were all the coins that hadn't been allocated yet. The other 30 million coins that had been allocated, i.e. our coins. So if I have 20,000 coins and you have 50,000 coins, those coins that are in the FirstCoin wallet, he does not have control of that. That is what we call the cold wallet. It's what we call the cold wallet. So what does Mohammed have? And I'm going to let him come in and add onto the prompts. By all means, put in the question box. What he has control of is he has control of the database. And yes, we will expand on that third point. He has control of the database for anybody that joined FirstCoin from July 2017 to February the 13th, 2018. So when he says he has control of that database. The second thing he has the 78 million plus coins, first coins, from the cold wallet that have not been allocated. What he does not have access to the 30 million coins that are already out in distribution, which is called the hot wallet, i.e. the coins that you and I have in FirstCoin. So Mohammed, I've just mentioned that what you own is the database, the 78 million coins, which are what we call the cold wallet, and you do not have access to the 30 million or so in the hot wallet. And I'm going to just add there that my understanding is that that is still controlled by the suspended management team. Is there anything you want to add to that, Mohammed? I'll just check if any questions.
No, basically this is a clear, you already give the answers. So all we have the 78 million coins and the club access. The club database access is still with the suspended management. We try to contact them many ways, and they are not willing to hand over. It's a legal battles now. So this is all I have at the moment.
Right. Okay, let me answer. So I can see some of the questions coming through, right? So questions about other things we'll answer in a second. Someone said explain wallet. Explain wallet means when you check in on your FirstCoin website, it will tell you how many coins you have. That's your wallet, right? So hot wallet simply means the ones that are already in the system. Cold wallet means the ones that are not, right? Okay, here we go. Let's go. Let's move on to the next thing, because some of you are asking the questions. What we'll do is hold tight on the questions. We're going to go through each point, and then we'll come back to the questions right towards the end, right? So the second point is all the current club structures and positions will remain the same. The whole club will be transferred onto a new rebranded coin. Let's just see. All the club structures and positions will remain the same. The whole club will be transferred onto the new branded coin. Now, what does that mean? The whole network will remain the same. Here's my understanding of it. Remember, let's unpack this. There will be new structures, new positions. And remember, we said we wanted transparency. We wanted transparency. So what does that mean? I do not really want to hear what could be happening, might be happening, and so on. So what I've asked Mohammed to do is to create a whole separate video just purely on the structures and the positioning. So rather than trying to talk about it in any great depth on this particular webinar, I just want you to once again give an overview. And just for you as members listening, this is an overview. That's not enough. We need a detailed presentation on the structures and positions. So go ahead, Mohammed, if you could just simply talk a little bit about what you mean by the new structures and positions that may be coming, and then we'll talk about what the rebranded coin is.
What I'm trying to say, the club structure will remain as it was. So if we rebrand the coin, redo the club, the whole club structure will shift it to the new place. So the access of the member, the network tree, everything will remain as it is. So nobody needs to open a new account, nothing. Everything will remain as it was in FirstCoin.
Cool. So there you have it. Like I said, there'll still be a process video showing everything, but what Mohammed is communicating is that how you operate at the moment with your FirstCoin, it will be exactly the same. The only thing that will change, it will be a rebranded coin. So let's get clear about that. It will be a new coin, but all the systems and structures will be the same. Now, if we move on to the next one where it says, all members who joined the FirstCoin club between the dates of July 2017 to February 13, 2018 will be given 100% of the value of their coins at the current value of the rebranded coin price at the time on launch? Let me explain what I understood with that, because that was one of my first questions. I spoke to other people and it was like, well, what does that mean? So Mohammed, I'm going to tell them what my understanding is, and then you can come in and expound on it, right? So please pay attention. You as a member, all of us, we invested our money and we were given in return some coins. And what Mohammed is now proposing is that it says here that all the 100% of the value of your coins at the current value, you'll be given in the new coins. What does that mean? This is what it means. Whatever capital we invested, we will be reimbursed that value in allocation of the new branded coin. Let me take it even further. What does that mean? If we invested $600, we will be getting $600 worth of the new coin. If we invested $25,000, we will be getting $25,000 worth of the new coin. That's how I want to bring that across. Mohammed, I'll let you come in a second. I'm going to be the guy that's communicating it to you, but I want to make sure that you're not just hearing it from somebody who's a member. I want you to hear it from the owner, that what I'm saying is truthful and factual, right? So Mohammed, what I've just shared with everybody is if they invested $600, if they invested $10,000, $25,000, $50,000, whatever they invested, what you're offering them here now is that same amount of value in the new branded coin. Can you just come in and say?
Yes, totally agreed. Yeah. This
Okay,
is what I mean. Yeah.
So guys, now you understand that. I'm sure there are other questions that will come from it, but I just want to stay focused on what Mohammed and the team had communicated in that letter. Right? The next point, and like I said, keep your questions there. We are going to take questions. We're going to make sure that we spend 30 minutes on questions, right? The next point on there was that Mr. George Nagy, the previous owner, he handed over to Mohammed the club's data backup file until 13th of February. That means that any members that joined the first club after 13th of February and members who transferred coins in the club after that date, he doesn't have access to that data. So what does that mean? Anybody that joined the club after 13th of February, Mohammed cannot really help you, because like I said right at the beginning, when he took ownership, the only ownership he's taken care of is the database before the 13th of February, right back to July 2017. So if you are, or you know someone that joined in after 13th of February, here's the transparency. I want to make sure this team is honest about what are the facts and what can be confirmed. If you are someone that joined after the 13th of February 2018, you will need to get hold of the suspended membership with the guys who are presenting JarCoin and so on. Now, because he doesn't have access to that, he wanted to make sure that he's clear about that. In addition to that, any transactions or moving coins and so on after that date is also out of his control unless he gets access of that. Right? Mohammed, do you want to say anything about that?
Yeah. Let me clarify a couple of points here. Okay, so as Harry confirmed, I have got the database for the people who joined before 13th of February. So the member who joined after 13th of February, or the member who transferred any coin to the club after 13th of February, I don't have your data in my possession. So how I can help those people who join after 13th of February? What I am trying to do, I am trying to help every single member in FirstCoin club. So whoever joined after 13th of February, very soon I will launch a registration page in the website. On the registration page, every member who joined after 13, they have to register themselves with evidence. So what evidence you can take? You can take a clear picture of your back office, which shows your user ID and which shows your number of coin you have, shows your package, what you have, and also you took picture of your network tree. With these two pictures, if you claim your positions and coins, we will give you new coins similar value you have in the wallet. So I'm trying to help everyone. So I will advise all the leaders, all the members, if you know anyone in the FirstCoin club who joined after 13th of February, tell them to take the picture as soon as they can, because those club not in my power, they previous committee hold it. So take the picture now, then soon as the registration starts, you can claim it.
So one, just to recap that, is, Mohammed, you can clarify if I'm communicating it correctly, is to get a screenshot of all the details of the coins that you have and everything that you've done. So when you log into your page, it should show you a history of all the things that you've done. Get some screenshots, and that will help you once registration and changeover takes place. Is that right, Mohammed?
Yep.
Okay, guys. So remember, let's keep this simple. Let's keep it clear. If you really want to make sure that you can get covered by anything after 13th of February 2018, get onto your page, get onto your web page, your FirstCoin, what do we call it, platform. You get onto that and you literally start taking screenshots of any activities after the 13th of February. Okay. Next one here is the last one here. It says that with respect to claiming your gift coins via the Digibyte Bitcoins, please wait for further instructions. Let me just clarify again. With that one, I got some explanation of what's going to be happening, but you know what? In the spirit of making sure we are clear, we are transparent, and we're consistent, it doesn't make full sense yet. And so what I've asked Mohammed to do is make sure someone in his team, once again, we create some separate video just focused on that, on everything about how you can claim your gift coins and what that means, right? Mohammed, is there anything you want to say on that right now?
No, I mean,
you agree? Okay, cool. So once again, just letting you guys know that the reason for all of this is that there's no point in just giving you information, right? There's no point in just giving you information just because, for the sake of giving you information. We want to make sure that it's absolutely clear what we're sharing, right? So what we're going to do now is we're going to move into the Q&A, right? So we're going to move into the Q&A, and Mohammed is here. He'll take those questions. He has a few other members of his team here, and he's going to mention something about these guys on communication as well. So what we'll do is, Mohammed, I'm going to give you the floor. I'm going to give you the floor, and you can add in anything you want, and then we'll take some Q&As based on what we can see. So go ahead.
Yeah.
Want the video?
Okay. Just give you some information, everyone, what I'm trying to do now, because time is very limited. With 1 hour time is not impossible. It's almost impossible to clarify everything. So what I'm trying to do now, as you know, the control, I have got a limited control, and the branding of FirstCoin become very bad names. Is impossible to make it happen again. So the branding is almost, I can say almost gone. Half of the control in my hand, half of the control or main control in the suspended management, they are not hand over it to us. So we have to rebrand the coin. Now, if we rebrand the coin, how we can do it and how it will help to the people? First of all, I like to give you some ideas about the regulations coming into the crypto world. Okay, so sooner or later the crypto market will be regulated. Yeah, on this regulated market, yeah, the coin would directly network marketing or MLM marketing will seriously affect it. So that is why what I'm doing, I am trying to launch a coin. It can be grown without any networking help. So coin itself is strong enough. a strong backup system, a strong blockchain behind it, so coin can grow on his own. Then for the network, what I will do, I will form a complete separate company for marketings, who will do marketing for the coin. I will explain everything on next webinar, how the coin will be grown without any networking help. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to create a currency like other top 100 currency in the market. How other top 100 currency gaining their value? Because they have got users, they have got ecosystem behind it, they have got the blockchain solutions. So we are working on a blockchain solutions. Governments, businesses can use the blockchain solutions, and also we are creating a very strong asset or commodity backed by a coin. So I will share all this information on next Monday. Yeah, once everything is ready, it's very early stage to explain everything to the member, because you will not understand everything. Once the presentation is ready, if I send a presentation to you, you will understand. Now, the network, one very important issue. The whole network, the network tree, compensations, everything will remain same, even better. What I am bringing, your direct sales, 10% remain as it was. Your network bonus, it will remain as it was. The generation earning or matching bonus, it will remain as it was. I am only the echo sharing coming in a bigger format and more members to earn more money. We are also bringing a merchant forum where every networker can open a shop without any investment. If a networker bring a merchant in the program, as long as merchant will carry on with the coin, accepting coin as a payment method, the networker will have a percentage rewards, and this is uncapped. And as long as the merchant remain with us, the networker will have the rewards. So the networking side of the FirstCoin will be stronger than it was, and it will be every 2 weeks earning. It was not like 1 month, 2 months, 2 weeks. Every payment will be made to every member to every 2 weeks. We are working on a platform to bring tradings, robotic tradings in cryptos. This is good news for networkers. So robotic trading means a robot in-house, club in-house robot will do trading in the crypto market, and every member, they can participate on trading there, and they will generate profit on there as well. So this is the two information I like to give everyone. There is a new crypto is coming with a strong backup, coin can grow organically without any networking help. Number two, the networking side is coming stronger than it was and better than it was. This is the message to all of the member. Now member have choice, they can decide themselves. So I hand over to Harry to take any question, because time is very limited, and I'll answer the questions.
Okay,
Yeah.
there are some questions coming through. One of the questions, or a lot of questions, are around time frames.
Yeah.
We just make sure that you don't make any promises that you can't keep, because we know as members we've had that before. So as people ask you time frames, asking for time frames on the registration process, the handover. People also asking for time frames of when they can start seeing returns, but they want to see a return on their money. So can you give what you can at the moment and just keep clear what is actual factual and not?
Yeah.
I'll look for the other questions while I'm
The time frame, this is a quite important question. A lot of people are asking me same questions. Everybody need to understand, this is a very early stage. I took over only 10 days ago. There is a lot of investigation to do. lot of things to do. So we are working on it, and very soon, once everything is ready, we can disclose to the people when we can come to the public, how quicker you can recover your investment. But we are trying something very quick. People not have to wait 42 years or 30 years, 10 years, how other old management are promising to the people. We are trying to bring someone within a year or so, every FirstCoin member can recover their investment.
Okay, good. Thank you for that, Mohammed. There are questions from will the new coin be on the exchange? I know the answer to that, but go ahead if you could just let people know how they can, the same thing. You know what you want to tell them. Please focus on how the new coin will operate.
Okay, so new coin will come to the market as the main other coin coming into the market. There will be a private round, pre-ICO, ICOs, and coin will go to the market. I will explain on next webinar or so why I am going to in 3 stages, because it's quite important, everyone should understand, but it will go to the, I'm trying my best to bring in top exchanges as I can. Thank you.
So the short answer to that is yes, the new coin will be on the exchange. And Mohammed, there's a question here about what's going to happen with people's existing coins. If you can keep it just focused on that, and I'll try and unpack what they say. So people are asking what's happening with their existing coins.
Okay, as Harry already explained, the people who join in the club July to 13th of February, everybody will have similar value pack in the new coin. But people who join before, whatever coin they have in the wallet, or people who join after 13th of February, whatever amount of package they have in the club wallet, they will get same amount of coin in new coins.
Okay. So, in one sentence, what's going to happen with the existing coins?
The coin at the moment is almost valueless. Yeah, and once the member stop trading, it will go down again. So the coin, because we don't know yet if the company, the management hand over to the access to me, I don't know. So I have to carry on the legal battles, and then we can inform you what is the situation, what is happening.
Okay, so I'm going to unpack that from you from my understanding as a member. What that means is, like we said right at the top of the call about what is behind control. Those coins we have at the moment are what we call hot coins. Right? These are the ones in the hot wallet. So I would say he doesn't control those coins. So when we ask questions about what's going to happen to those coins, our coins that we've invested our money into, and that's what we think we have there, we know it's such, at the moment, it's such a low value. But in answer to your question, what's going to happen to those coins, that is primarily going to be determined by what the suspended management do. Right? What Mohammed is providing here is for everybody to be reimbursed the same value they came in with a new branded coin that has a greater potential for growth. So once again, just to answer your question specifically, what's going to happen to our existing coins? One, we can just sit there and wait and see what happens with it. Second, it depends on what the suspended management does. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So there's another question. Some people are asking what's happening to members before April 2017. So people that came in before the April 2017, you control the database from April 2017 to February 2018.
Yeah.
Someone has a question here, and can you clarify anything from members who registered before April 2017?
Whoever registered in the FirstCoin club, we have got the data. If someone joined before the FirstCoin club exists, I don't have their data, and we can't help them at all.
Okay, got it. So that's the clarity there. Some people are asking, do I need to put more money in? I do know Mohammed has a wider presentation about what to put in and not put in. He did already mention that the coin will grow. the coin will grow organically without people having to bring anything in. So Mohammed, just please comment on that. Do people need to be putting more money in?
Whatever coin you have, you will have similar value of the coin. So it depends on your situation. If you want to invest more money, we want to gain more coins, it's up to you. But you will have whatever you invested, same amount of coin in your new coins. So it's up to you. If you decide you want to get more packages, it's up to you now. But you will have same amount of value pack.
Okay. Were there any other questions coming in apart from those? You guys can give me some themes or questions. So new coin. So there are a lot of questions about the new coin. I mean, if you could just talk about that, because people just asking, things about what it's called and stuff like that. Go ahead and just.
Okay. So new coin, we are rebranding the coin. So as I mentioned before, the FirstCoin brand is not possible to make it happen again. So we are completely rebranding the coin. The name is still not confirmed yet. So we have a name already, but we are not in a position to declare the name at the moment. So we are working on it. Soon as everything is ready, one thing I can promise to everyone, everything will be transparent. Everything will be shared to the members, and members will know exactly what is going on. I will bring the full team in board. My IT team is working day and night, is a big IT team, and all other members on my team, they will be on front of public very soon. I'll bring, today I have got to one brother with me. I'll show you very soon. So everything will be clear. Another question came by one member. I can see he's writing. He purchased some coin in January, and when he tried to transfer the coin to buy a package, the coin value dropped down. What he can do? So if you can prove your exchange that you purchased in that time and the coin price immediately dropped down and you couldn't purchase the package, if you can send us the proof in info@firstcoinproject.com, we'll see if we can help you. Definitely we are ready to help. We are here for helping everyone.
Okay, so just to reiterate on that one, for anybody that has coins that were on exchanges and you put them over and all the rest of it, if you have record, you can take that. Mohammed is saying we'll look into that. I just want to repeat that email that Mohammed just mentioned. The primary email now is info at firstcoinproject.com. info@firstcoinproject.com. Okay. Mohammed, some of the other questions still on the rebranding was, will there be social media rebranding? Will it be on Facebook? Will it be on Twitter and so on?
As I mentioned, we are trying to make a currency can grow without any networks. Yeah. So that means a strong marketing, social medias, everything. We are already engaging with one of the marketing company. They will do branding for the coins. So we will be in social medias, news, magazines, every possible way to do marketing for the coin. It's not like just a pump and dump, something like that. It's a proper blockchain solutions and asset-backed currency, and with proper marketing and advisors, a professional advisor. You can see professional advisors on the coins website who are already exist in the market and who are holding a top ranking coin. So I am trying to bring those advisors who are already established in crypto market. So I am trying to do something positive and big brandings.
Yeah. So Mohammed, there are lots of specific questions now about individual bits and pieces. So we'll take them really quick. One of the questions is, where is the IT team based?
Okay, so IT team based in UK. Okay, and company headquarters will be in UK we already secure a place which is the top building in UK, which is Canary Wharf, number 1 Canada Square, and company registered in Malta. So we are trying to register the company in Malta because Malta is the crypto-friendly countries, and we need a license for crypto as well. Okay.
So some quick fire questions, Mohammed. There's another question about back office. It said the new coin will have a new back office. Will we need to re-register? So once again, just please clarify.
No, nobody need to re-register, but very soon I will try to establish the back office in a new domain. So the FirstCoin.club is not anymore. So I will set up a new domain and everyone can log into the new domain access. I will give it to you to every member very soon. We are working on it. So this is our first promise. The first what we can do, we can allow the members access to their wallets.
Some other questions that if people have FirstCoin on exchanges like Yogurt and so on, what is your advice for them?
This is quite difficult question for me as well, and difficult to solve the answer as well, because those exchanges are a decentralized format. We have no access to them. We cannot see or verify anyhow that you have a exchange there, you have a coin there. So it's almost impossible for us to verify everything. Only we can help where we can verify the data. So if someone have in the club, we can verify the data. So it's almost impossible for us to help on those situations. And still we will think if we can solve any issues, we'll let you know.
So we're still having a look at some questions coming in.
Yep.
Because we're getting to the last 10 minutes,
Yep.
What I want to do is I just want to remind everybody what the call to actions are.
Yep.
And then I'm going to let you have maybe 5 minutes to share anything that you really want to share. Right? So for everybody, once again, apologies for any technical challenges or webinar thing, because today I've arrived here at the offices here with Mohammed to get things going. My commitment is this: as of next week, I will take full control of the webinar space and all the IT, so everything is tip-top. You can hear everything, you can see the slides and so on. So have that commitment from me personally. The other part is, once again, info@firstcoinproject.com. By all means, yes, there may be some challenges. In fact, that is the new email we've been given. Right? So my understanding, Mohammed, and please confirm with the members that are listening, that you'll be sending out every week an update via a newsletter.
Yep.
And that'll be in written form, and that'll come out on a Thursday or Friday.
Yep.
And then there'll be a webinar on a Monday. The timing of that has been set for 2 p.m. UK time, primarily because most members are in around the Asia area, so they will be in the evening time, so that more people can access it. And there's a commitment that we will record every single webinar so everybody has access to it. Right? So go ahead, any final questions you have for Mohammed, pop them in. Mohammed, go ahead, you've got like 5-10 minutes.
Okay, so let me share a few more things. So what is my final message to everyone? Please do not go to any coin or whoever people are offering to you. It will not you might lose more money. What I'm saying, if you are a FirstCoiner, remain as a FirstCoiner, and I will try to help everyone in my possible way. So next probably week or so, you will have more informations, and all my team will slowly come to front of everyone. You can see who are working with the team, who is with me. At the moment, I spoke to most of the leaders, trying to speak to leaders. If anyone have any answers, if you want to talk to me, please email your phone number in the info, so we will try to contact you. Now I like to introduce one of my team member who will for anybody about any information you like to know about the networks, or you would like to connect with the network, please contact Kem Jahal. He is here with me, and I like to bring him in front to introduce himself. So Kem, can you introduce yourself, please?
Yes. Good afternoon, Mohammed. Good afternoon, members. Mohammed and I met within the club itself. I was an investor exactly like everybody else. And when we spoke a few weeks ago in terms of trying to help people, especially the story that Harry shared with you earlier, that really resonated with me. We lost a lot of money, and there's a lot of people that could just walk away. But there's a lot more people that can't walk away and don't have these choices. So we're here now. We're bringing the team together. Harry's with us, and Mohammed's here. We've got a lot of support from around the world to help and bring this project back to life, back to where it was, so we can at least recover and make some money. So wish you all the best, and we'll be in touch with all of you. Thank you.
Okay, so Mohammed, there are still some other questions coming in. One of those questions is, should I continue to buy FirstCoins or not? Can you please take care of that one for us?
I strongly suggest all the members not to buy FirstCoin anymore, because control is not in our hand. So you might end up losing more money. So again, not to buy any more coin. This is my recommendations.
Okay, cool. Can you just share a little bit more about, you said on the newsletter you're going to be telling people about new team members and things. Is there anything you want to share on that, or is there still yet to be confirmed?
It's still yet to be confirmed, but all I like to share, everybody you will see with the coin, there will be transparent, and every professional people will come to help the company. So everybody here will be professional in their field. So whoever coming, they will be professional on their field. So I am trying to bring the business in proper format as much possible. As you know, most of the people, members, whoever knows me, I'm a businessman. I'm a successful businessman. I live in UK from 1997. I got a business here. I am a defense contractor. I supply equipment to defense in Asia and Africa. So I'm just not a networker. Networking is a hobby to me now. I joined networking field only 2 years time, only last 2 years. So I'm a businessman. Most of the UK members knows me as a businessman. So I am trying to bring the professionalism in the club. So everything will be in professional manner. And as Harry told before, I can say myself as well. There's nothing to hide. My pronunciation, my language, English is not the first language. I brought up in Bangladesh. So this is not necessary to become a businessman. You have to speak English. Somebody presented the one of the Jackcoin people or whatever, ex-management, they told me, oh, that guy was in FirstCoin owner, he can speak English, he is stupid. I said, how many language you can speak? So speaking or English is not necessary to become a successful businessman. So my final advice to everyone, everything I will do will be transparent. My team will communicate to you, and everybody will be in professional manner. All my communications, all my literature, everything will be in a professional way.
Okay, guys, time to wrap it up. Like I said, we want to respect the time. So I'll repeat a few things. The next webinar, I know, because I'll make sure I'm hosting it for wherever I am in the world. I will host it and make sure that Mohammed and his team are on there. No, I'm not available for everybody to start sending me questions. I want to make sure that's clear as well, Ron. And I also want to make sure that the team have a sustainable project to be able to take everybody's questions, Ron. So in the summary, here's what it is. A month ago, I was very pessimistic about what was going to be happening with this coin and what was going to happen for us, right? The way I look at it is we have an individual here who has stepped up and said, look, I want to do something. So I believe he's 100% genuine, committed to making sure we serve the members that have invested and coming up with a way that's going to serve us all. So my job, once again, is to make sure that whatever gets communicated, it's transparent, it's clear, and it's consistent. So there'll be another webinar next Monday, 9th of July at the 2 p.m. UK time. There will be a newsletter coming out, but by all means, there's no such thing as a silly question. Get your questions out there. Let's see what the team can put across. But guys, go through this video. If you access the recording, go through each of those points. And please, like we said, always be there to help each other and go with clarity. Negativity doesn't help any of us. We're all in this boat together, and together we're stronger. We'll make it work. So this is Harry on behalf of Mohammed and every other person that's here in this room. Thank you so much for joining us. We look forward to connecting with you at the next webinar.